Konnichiwa, hello, my name is Miki and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out some Beauty Bakerie face products. I have the Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. I also have the Insta Bake Concealer and their infamous baking flour or their setting powder in this cute little packaging. I also have the Sweet Grace baking spray, and then I have one last little item that I got. This is the infamous lip whip. I didn't get like the highlighter and the bronzer and all that stuff. I really mostly just wanted to try their foundation, concealer, and setting powder. The lip whip with the setting spray is kind of like a little extra, but I have been eyeing this foundation and setting powder for a really long time. Now, if you're new here or you enjoy my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you actually know when I post my videos. And as always, my disclaimer, if you are super sensitive to profanity or if you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. I am a no filter bitch and I have no idea what's gonna come out of this mouth, so keep that in mind while you're watching. So if you guys are interested in seeing how the Beauty Bakerie face products work, then just stay tuned. So today I am going to try and do I'm gonna do a foundation wear test. I did a face mask, so my skin is kind of purging, and so this is where my skin's at. I've already prepped and primed my skin. Today I am wearing my Milani SPF primer and my Smashbox primerizer, and I exfoliated the shit out of my skin. Now let's get into the foundation. This is the Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. This retails for $34. You get 0.9 fluid ounces, so it's like 0.1 less than a normal foundation size. I got this in the shade 357WN, which I'm guessing is like warm neutral. So anyways, a little bit about this. It is inspired by the elegance and minimalistic approach to beauty that Japan is known for. Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation delivers extraordinary performance and applies like frosting. Rightfully named Insta Bake, this full coverage, poreless vegan formula covers anything left in its wake, from uneven tone to scars and blemishes. Well, this bitch got all of that. This is cruelty-free, paraben-free, smudge-proof, and vegan. This is supposed to be more of a dewy foundation, so hopefully it's good for my dry ass. I absolutely love their packaging. It is just so freaking cute. You open it up and there's a little foundation. There are baking tips here on the inside of the cart. When I was reading the description of this, it says that it's best to apply with their egg blender, which I have right here. So I'm gonna go in on this side with the Beauty Bakerie blending egg, and then on this side I'm gonna go in with a regular foundation brush. And if I don't see that either of those applications are fit, then I'm gonna go in with my Tati Beauty Blendiful. I've really been loving that thing. I've been using it every single time I put on any kind of foundation. So I have my little heart palette here, and I'm just gonna give this, ooh, that was kind of weird. I'm gonna give this 2 pumps just to be on the safe side there. All right, so let's go in with the blending egg on this side. Now, this is a little bit yellow for my skin tone, but hopefully it works out because, like I said, I've been getting more yellow. Ooh, it's cold. It's cold. I don't feel like there's any real smell to the actual foundation. Now, right off the bat, you can tell that this is a very dewy foundation. Like, you can see how luminous it looks. I already did my eye makeup because I'm kind of in a hurry here. My husband was like, hey, can you be ready by 1? And it's 1:15, and I'm just now starting to put on my face. So far, I really like the way it's sitting on my skin. Full coverage? No, not yet. I may have to add another layer, but also I am using a sponge, and sponges always give less coverage than like a brush. So I have 1 layer of foundation here, and I am really not seeing full coverage like at all. There's a lot of crap peeking through my skin. Now I'm gonna take my flat top kabuki brush and put some foundation on it, and I'm gonna go on this side and see if we can get a little bit more coverage. Oh, it's really weird because with the brush there's a lot more pulling and tugging. With the sponge, it didn't feel like dry or like a thick consistency foundation. Sometimes when you're using a sponge, you have to really stretch out certain like matte foundations. And this is actually feeling like a matte foundation with the brush. This side is looking a lot more fuller coverage. I wouldn't say full coverage, but it's looking a lot more higher coverage than the sponge side. So if you want more coverage, definitely apply this with a brush. Oh girl, look at that double chin. We're gonna have to do something about that this year because yo girl is getting big. I'm gonna go ahead and finish blending this out. I'm gonna use my Blendiful because, again, like I said, I've been really loving this. I have no idea what the hell is going on in between my brows, but my forehead, like smack dab in the middle here, I have so much fucking texture. Look at that. You guys can see when I turn my head, like all the nasty ass texture. It's been really, really annoying because for the first time ever, I actually had like a smooth surface here in the middle, and now it's just all texturized again. Blending this out, I did notice that you do kind of have to work, not super fast, but you do have to work quite a bit with this to kind of stretch it out. There are little spots here that you can see, but this guy is like super duper red today. So I'm just gonna say that this foundation is definitely full coverage. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can actually see like what is going on my face. So I went ahead and just pulled out my phone. I actually ended up getting the iPhone 11 and I'm loving the camera on this. Like it literally picks up every little thing that you can see on the face. Now on my forehead, which is having like a lot of trouble, I don't know where the hell all these bumps and lumps have come from, but I have a lot of texture here. It's not really emphasizing the texture, but it's not really doing anything for the texture either. There's a little bit of discoloration and redness peeking through, but my redness is very, very red, if that makes sense. So it's kind of hard to conceal, also because I'm very, very freaking pale. Now on my chin, I have a lot of texture. It's kind of doing some like weird separating thing right here. This isn't really doing anything much for my pores or my texture. Now again, for my dryness, I have quite a bit of dryness up here. It's not emphasizing the dryness, but it's also not concealing the dryness. It's just still kind of there. For some reason, the foundation just does not want to blend in this particular area here, so I kind of like brought it down my neck. Again, this foundation, I don't feel it's doing much for my pores. I don't feel like it's doing much of anything except covering my face, like giving it full coverage. The one thing that I will say that y'all know I always look for in a foundation is something that does not cling to dry patches, and that's one thing I am absolutely loving about this foundation so far is it is not clinging to any freaking dryness. Now we're gonna go into concealer. I love their freaking packaging. Like, look at this, it's so freaking cute. This is the Insta Bake 3-in-1 hydrating concealer. Why is it 3-in-1? I have no freaking idea. Oh, it says on the back, full coverage concealer. It smooth conceals and you can use it as a contour, which I think is pretty awesome. This retails for $20, which I think is a pretty good price point. I got this in the shade 18, which is Nice Cream. I love the names of their shades and stuff in here. For this, it says it is perfect to hide dark circles due to lack of sleep. Yo girl right here. Scarring from some neurotic picking habits, again, and even discoloration. Oh, check there too. Let our Insta Bake 3-in-1 concealer do the work of your favorite skin smoothing apps. Now, I don't know about all of that. Relax and allow La Dolce Vita, or the sweet life in a bottle, to work for you, as it is fortified with an active ingredient derived from cassava that has strong water binding properties. The under eye area will be smooth, soothed, and hydrated. My under eyes is always dry and flaky. Y'all know this. Look at this little guy. It is so freaking adorable. I just cannot with the packaging. Wow, okay, that is a very weird doe foot applicator. Okay, it's not even a doe foot applicator. It's like the shape of a teardrop. I'm not one of those people who like really need to get the concealer all the way up in the inner corner, but I know there's people out there who have like a little bit of darkness and stuff in their inner corners. This is like the perfect applicator to get in like all the little crevices and creases. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Now, I don't know why, but as soon as I put it on my skin, it felt like watery and cool and like hydrating, because it doesn't feel like a super thick formula. I'm gonna take my blender and kind of blend this out, because I don't know, again, if this is like super heavy concealer or if it's gonna, you know, blend out, so I don't want to put too much. But right, oh wow, okay, that is absolutely beautiful. I cannot describe just how like easily blendable that was. Wow. That is some full coverage shit right there. Oh, okay. So now I'm really excited to just like, I don't want to go too crazy, but I really am just liking the coverage of this. I also just really, really love the feel. It is very thin, very lightweight. Now, I don't know if this is cooling because it's cold as fuck in my room, but it did say in the description that it does smooth, soothe, and hydrate your under eyes. I can definitely feel whatever soothing property is in this. Now, if you guys wear Shape Tape or have used Shape Tape, y'all know that shit feels thick as fuck, and it can get very, very cakey very fast if you add too much. This is just so easily blendable. I don't even feel like there's anything under my eyes. It's weird because the rest of my face, I can feel the foundation, but wherever I put the concealer, it's almost like I wiped it off. I'm having a little bit of trouble talking to you guys because I only had like 3 hours of sleep last night, so my words are a little just not here. This concealer is, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It actually has full coverage. Normally when I do this, you can see a lot of discoloration, but all you see is like kind of my sunken eyes because again, not much sleep, insomniac here. But this has really just taken all the purple and blue out from underneath my eyes. I kind of want to add this on my forehead because I feel like this is gonna kind of give it a little bit more life, like kind of hydrate the forehead area a little bit here. Underneath my eyes, it looks so smooth and just so flat and blended out beautifully. Like I want that for my forehead. So the concealer actually made it kind of cakey, which is weird because underneath my eyes doesn't feel or look cakey at all. Now, I don't know what's going on with my nose, but if you guys can see, it's like from the middle and like a little bit on the like the ball end of my nose, it's rubbing off or melting off or fading. I don't know what's going on, but there's not a lot of coverage on my nose. I have a few foundations that I've tried that just are very, very stubborn and they do not want to, you know, stick to the nose area. The separating that I showed you guys earlier in the close-up, it's happening a lot now and I don't know what the hell is going on. I feel like this is going to be one of those foundations that you're definitely going to have to set, and if you don't, you're going to have trouble because I can't believe that on my dry ass face, it's already separating in some places, and nobody likes separating foundation because it's not cute. I'm just kind of like patting everything in to hopefully get rid of all the creasing or whatever the hell is going on, and I want to move on to the setting powder because I feel like this foundation is going bad very, very fast. Now we're gonna talk about this guy. I like don't even want to open it because the packaging is just so fucking adorable. This is the Flower Setting Powder. I got this in the shade Oat because it is translucent. This retails for $24. This has 1,255 reviews and it's 5 stars, so that's saying something. So here is the flower in all its glory. I really like the packaging. I just love Beauty Bakerie packaging, period. I'm not gonna say that anymore because I feel like I've just been repeating it over and over. Ooh, something that is very unique about this that I just noticed when I opened it up is you can take out the little, what do you call it? The thing that goes around in circles to kind of block the holes here. And that makes this so much freaking easier because if you don't want this, you can take it out. If you do want it, you can put it back in. I actually like these little things because I don't like any hair or dust getting into the inside. So I like a little bit extra security. You can close it and it's really cool because it kind of has like a little lock. I don't know if you guys can hear that little like click right there, but that is so freaking satisfying because that means it's closed. And then if I open it again and click it, it's now open. I don't know. I get fascinated by like the smallest things. A little bit about this. This is our finely milled gluten-free vegan oat translucent flower setting powder. Allows you to set your concealer and foundation in place for a long day's wear. This amazing colorless formula puts the oil face battle to rest. With an HD feature, it will noticeably blur your pores and soften your complexion, leaving you with a beautiful matte finish. You guys know I do not like being matte, but I love any kind of setting powder that is going to blur this bitch's pores because my pores been looking like potholes today. I don't know what is going on with this foundation, but I feel like this whole time that it has not been set, it has just been moving around on my face. So I'm gonna shut the hell up and I'm gonna go ahead and set my damn face before it's too late because I feel like it's starting to get there. I am just gonna go to town with this powder underneath my eyes. Hopefully this is the 5-star baking powder I've been waiting for. It's doing that thing where it's like picking up the coverage from the foundation, which I really don't like. I'm gonna go in with the Blendful because the Blendful just makes everything so much better. Okay, that makes so much more of a difference. I don't know what it is, but sometimes when you do brush with powder, it will take away the coverage that is underneath, and it seems to be the case with this. I would advise using a sponge or the Blendful if you have it. I'm just gonna continue filling in these potholes because that's basically what this powder is doing. Girl, okay, I don't know about this foundation, you guys. Like, the concealer is beautiful. The concealer has already set. It looks great, but there is some major shit going on on this face. This is not looking cute, you guys. This is not looking good. I don't know what the hell is going on around... Okay, the whole face. I was gonna say like this area. No, it's the whole freaking face. I'm just gonna pull up my camera again so you guys can see what the hell is going on. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit more of what the hell is going on. It is looking stupid cakey around my nose, and look at those fucking pores, bitch. Those pores are not playing today. Now it did like blur this area here, but starting from this little pimple guy here down, it's like freaking pore city, man. There's pores everywhere. Also, look at my nose. For some reason, this area just will not stick, no matter with the powder, without the powder. And again, it's getting really fucking porous and creasy around my nose. Look how cakey it looks. I've tried blending it out with the Blendiful. I've tried blending it out with the sponge. It just does not, look at that. It doesn't want to like sink into my skin. It's just continuously moving around. My under eyes look fucking amazing, but this area, like around here, it ain't cute. Honestly, you guys, I have no idea how I feel about this. I don't think it's gonna get better throughout the day either. This just feels like one of those foundations that I'm gonna have, like be fighting with for the entire rest of the day. But I really honestly don't have much more time to kind of fuck around with this. I obviously don't want to add too much powder because I'm not trying to look like a cake face. But it's weird because my face actually still feels very, very sticky. It's so strange. Normally, after you set your face with powder, it does not feel sticky. It normally feels very smooth, like it's not setting my face. So that's really fucking weird. Like I've never felt this sticky, or yeah, this sticky with setting powder on my face. I don't know. Now I want to mention today doing this eye look was such a fucking nightmare because for the first time I tried the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner. This is terrible. This is probably like the worst eyeliner pencil I've ever used in my life. At first I was like super excited about it because when I put it on, it glided so smooth. It was so pigmented. It was so freaking purple. Anyways, as soon as I put it on and I put the eyeliner over what I already had just put on my eyelid, it picked up and crumbled the liner beneath it. And so all I got was like this dry eyeliner pigment in my eyes, underneath my contacts. And I'm so scared because I know that as soon as I leave the house, I can already just feel and sense in my bones, in my soul, that this is going to transfer to the hood of my eyes. So what I did is I actually took the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil and had to go over the ColourPop eyeliner, and I'm hoping and praying that it actually stays. If you guys are curious about these creme gel liners from ColourPop, I would say hard pass. I'm pretty sure NYX has a lot better eye pencils than this. I just placed a ColourPop order and I ordered a red and white one of these. I'm hoping that because the color is different, a little bit of the ingredients are going to be different, and hopefully those work better because those actually had really good reviews. Anyways, I'm going to call the check-in time. It is now 1:57, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it's 2 o'clock. I will finish the rest of this mug and I will be right back. So I got the rest of my face done. Now, one thing that I noticed while I was blending like contour, and actually I only use bronzer today, and blush and highlight and all that stuff, is that products blend absolutely beautifully over this weird, sticky, tacky, set but unset feeling foundation. It's so weird because look at my face. It looks so fucking good. Like, look at my skin. It looks so smooth. There's like no texture wherever I blended the bronzer and the blush. It just melted like into my skin beautifully, which is so freaking weird because again, it felt sticky. Like right now where I touch where my bronzer and stuff is, it's like matte. But if I still go down here and kind of touch where I've only set it with powder, it feels super weird, like it's unset. Now I have 2 more things that I need to put on my face before I can get ready to go. I have the smudge-free liquid matte lipstick, the Lip Whip here. I got the shade Fortune Cookie. It is so freaking cute. Now with this, the applicator is an actual doe foot applicator. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this Lip Whip real quick. Wow, that shit was fucking pigmented. One dip into the tube here and it did my entire lips. Like, I am really surprised by that. Now, this has not dried down yet, but is a little sticky, like on the sides. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but as you can see on the inside of my lip, like I don't know how to stop this. I've tried like exfoliating my lips. I've tried everything. And for some reason, past that like line there, I just can't get any lipstick on. It only bothers me when I'm talking because you can really see the line there and it looks so fucking gross. And I just, I don't know. It really bothers the shit out of me. But at least this way I know that it's not gonna get on my bottom teeth. It's very comfortable. I'm really surprised because normally whenever I put on any kind of liquid lip that is supposed to stay on all freaking day long, smudge proof, budge proof, all that good stuff, it feels really hard when it dries down and very drying. This has a lot of stretch and movement to it. This color actually turned out to be very beautiful, like a very beautiful nude. Even with my skin tone, I just really like the color of it. Last step of the makeup look is the Beauty Bakerie Sweet Grace Baking Spray. Now it says shake well, apply after makeup, hold bottle 8 to 10 inches away, and mist face in a circular motion 2 to 4 times. Hopefully it does something with my face to bring all of this crap together because all this separating and stuff is really bothering me. On the front here, there is this super adorable little sweets lover prayer. Now I lay my brush to beat. I pray this sleigh is one to keep. I put my trust in you, Grace, to help me keep my cake face. I think that is so freaking cute. It says hashtag pray then slay. That is like the cutest thing I've ever seen. I can't with Beauty Bakerie, you guys. This is one of those sprayers that is very fine mist. I love it. Just trying to see if there's a smell here. Now there is a little bit of a cakey smell. I am not one who is very big into very scented setting sprays. Again, scents do not bother me, but I just feel there's no real need to have scent in your setting spray. So let me shut the fuck up and there is there is a crap ton of alcohol in this. Like, I can just fucking smell it, and I'm looking at the ingredients, and of course it is the second ingredient in here, so it's basically water and alcohol. I'm not a very big fan of setting sprays that have a lot of alcohol in them, but the one thing I will tell you is with these kind of setting sprays where alcohol is like the second or third ingredient, it will definitely have staying power for setting your makeup because alcohol is kind of what dries the rest of this like stickiness, tackiness that I'm feeling on my foundation, and it like really grabs onto the skin, and that is actually what helps set your face. It's not something you want to use every single day, especially if you're a dry, crusty girl like me, because it is really going to dry out your skin. I'm not really sure it did anything to make my makeup look different or any better. My makeup is now set. I'm ready to go. Remember, check-in time is 2 o'clock. It is now 2:30. So I'm going to go ahead and do my shopping, run my errands, and I will see you guys in the next check-in. Alrighty, so it is now 5:30 and I've been wearing this a little over, I think the check-in time was 2 o'clock, so 3.5 hours. I actually asked my husband in the car like what he thought about the foundation, and he said it looks really thick, which I totally agree, but this is a full coverage foundation, so I kind of understand the whole like where the thickness is coming from. This area kind of rubbed off a little bit, but other than that, everything has just kind of like stayed in place, which I'm really surprised because I was expecting everything to kind of be breaking down like it was earlier. Now this lip has not budged at all. I've been drinking coffee. That's about the only thing that I've done, but my husband and I are about to go to dinner in a couple of hours, and I'm gonna test this out because this thing has not budged like at all. The eyeliner has also not given me moon eyes yet, but I feel it really coming on because I can actually see a little bit of the transfer. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but I'm hoping that it just stays in place and doesn't give me moon lids. Now, aside from the separating like around the mouth area and the little crease up there, there's really nothing wrong with this foundation. I'm actually really liking it, especially if I want like more full coverage. Now, I didn't really like the first application too much, like when I was, you know, blending everything on camera, but so far I feel like this foundation has really warmed up to my skin. This fucking concealer looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, my under eyes are super brightened. There's no like creasing or anything going on. As you can see, my under eyes are like fucking flawless, bitch. much. My husband and I are gonna go get him some new glasses, and then we're gonna go to dinner at this new Japanese restaurant, which I'm really freaking excited. And so I'm gonna test out and see if this lip actually lasts. So I'm gonna see you guys for the final check-in in a couple of hours. All right, so it is now 8:56. So I'm just gonna call the check-in time 9 o'clock. So I've been wearing this for exactly 6 hours. And I have to say, I actually really like this foundation. I'm really surprised. Now on my nose, I was having trouble with it sticking there. So I'm just gonna have to find something to make the foundation work around my nose. Other than that, and a little bit of the separation that was going on like here on the sides of my mouth, this foundation looks really, really good on my skin. It does look a little bit cakey. So I think instead of using the Blendiful from Tati Beauty, I might change it up a little bit next time I wear this. Although this did have a lot of separating here around my mouth area, it hasn't gotten any worse. Now, just as I suspected, I have moonlit eyes. Look at that. Look at this liner. That is so crusty and gross looking. You can even see right here where the liner kind of transferred from the top to the bottom. I don't think that I'm gonna be liking these very much. Now for the lip whip, okay, my husband and I actually just got back from dinner. We were there for like almost 2.5 hours. We went to go eat some sushi, and I also had some like teriyaki chicken, which was like super duper marinated. This lip whip stayed through all of that. I have not reapplied it. It's still very, very comfortable. My lips don't feel cracked or crusty or super duper dried out. I can actually run my fingers across my lips like this and they still feel smooth. There's no like dryness like catching onto my finger or anything like that, and I really, really like that. The one thing that I am just so freaking happy about and that I love automatically right off the bat from as soon as I put it on is the Insta Bake concealer. If you look at my under eyes, they look so bright, so good, so like youthful and smooth. They're not creasing at all. There's nothing really weird going on under my eyes, and I just think that it made my under eye area look so fucking nice and flawless. Like my under eye has never looked this good with a concealer, because most concealers, they either kind of crease up a little bit throughout the day or they get weirdly cakey as the hours go by. That's something I've noticed a lot with concealers, but this one is still like, it looks just as flawless as when I put it on. The fact that it looks like this after 6 hours, I am just really, really fucking impressed. Like I think that this is a concealer that I'm just going to be reaching for continuously. I do like the foundation. I just feel like it needs to be used maybe with a different primer and a different setting powder. I like the powder as well, just maybe with not this foundation. Again, I'm gonna have to just try everything with different products and see if I really do like super duper like them and super duper approve of them. But again, the two things that I would definitely recommend just from wearing it for a day would be the Insta Bake concealer and the Beauty Bakerie lip whip. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take these freaking lashes off because I cannot with them anymore today. They're like really, really bothering my contacts and my eyes. And I also think because I got so much of the stupid ColourPop liner in my eyes that they're really messing with me. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that big red button that says subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you actually know when I post my videos. And as always, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, or if you simply want to talk shit, leave it on in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.